Hey guys, welcome to Craft with a Purpose. I'm Joanne. Thank you so much for stopping by. What do I have for you today? Well, I'm actually not in my craft room. I'm at Mike's house, so I kind of have to make it happen because I don't have my craft room here, but I am working on a craft and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I've shared before where I'm fairly new utilizing IOD molds, Iron Orchid Design molds. Y'all, let me tell you, they're absolutely amazing. And so I went ahead and I pre-worked on something last night, and then I wanted to just do the rest of it with you guys. And please leave in the comments if you've worked with IOD molds before, if you use clay, or if you use some kind of like a casting resin or something like that. Today we're actually using a casting resin that I purchased right before Joanne Fabrics went out of business. Y'all, let me tell you, this stuff is like, even the box, like, it's scary. It says it can cause cancer. What? But I bought it, I got it at a really good price before Joanne's went out of business. So this is the amazing casting resin, and it comes basically, I should be wearing my gloves for this, part A and part B. And so you just mix it together, equal parts, and you have to make sure you mix that quite well before you actually pour it into the molds. So I have a couple molds here that I poured it into last night, and it usually needs about, I think it was 24 to 48 hours to cure. Hold please and confirm that. 1 to 1. So work time, you have between 30 to 40 minutes of working time, and then you have about 24 to 48 hours to demold it. We're about almost at 24 hours here, not quite yet, still missing a couple hours, but I think they're relatively dry. So yeah, let's see how these come out. Now y'all, please keep in mind, like I said, I'm very new with this. I am just starting to play with all these molds and get creative with them. I really have not used them a lot. I did share a video here not too long ago where I utilized them with the actual clay, with the IOD clay. And I shared on that video, I did struggle a little bit with the clay just because of my numb hands from my MS. But now I bought myself a brayer to help out with that. So I haven't used any of that today. We're just using the casting resin. We're not using clay today, but please note that these Iron Orchid Design molds can definitely be utilized with the clay as well. And that was a lot of fun. Just for me, it was a little bit harder, but now that I have brayer, I'll be able to keep nice and even there. All right, so here we go. I do have some IOD molds here, and I do have a couple that my sister gifted to me that they were actually from Amazon. I can't even tell you who makes them. Honestly, I have no idea. She gifted it to me in the holiday season, but wanted to show you. Please excuse me, I have to put these on and off because if not, then I can't see anything. These are one of the ones my sister had gifted me, which I fell in love with on Amazon. It's basically a dragonfly mold. Guys, dragonflies hold a very special place in my heart. I had a friend of mine who passed away 4 years ago, actually, recently. And as soon as he passed and I left the hospital doors, there was like a swarm of dragonflies. So for me, dragonflies are very representative of the spiritual realm and those that leave us, right? So hence the reason I fell in love with it on Amazon, and my sister gifted it to me. So let's see how it comes out, guys. I have not ever used this before. And then another one she gifted me, I thought was really cool. It's an owl. Obviously I'm going to be working on some projects for Halloween, and I just fell in love with this. We'll see how it comes out once I take it out of the casting, but I'm excited to utilize this for a Halloween project. All right, so here we go. Then we have the special Iron Orchid Design, and that's why I'm going to put on my glasses to tell you. So this is the Chanticleer, I can't pronounce it. It's really nice though. These are the roosters. As you can see, I only did one. I didn't do the other one just because I wanted just to try it out first. And then we have les cloches. Oui, madame, les cloches. So these are really cute cloches that I've seen a lot of people do really cute projects with them. I'm going to keep it simple, y'all, because like I said, today is the first day messing around with this and the resin. So I'm going to keep it really simple for those of us that are new utilizing this amazing product. So, no pun intended. Amazing. All right, so here we go. I'm going to put on my gloves just for safety reasons. And as I was sharing with y'all earlier, if you do decide to use a resin, guys, you need to put on gloves. You need to put on a mask. The stuff smells awful. It's not safe, okay? Straight up, it's not safe. But we still use it as crafters, you know, to make pretty things. So please use your masks and your gloves to prevent anything. You know, yeah, you can drop it in your hands, it'll burn. We're gonna avoid all those types of problems, right? All right, here we go. So here is the dragonfly. Ooh, look how easily. Wow, now that's a big difference in comparison to the clay, y'all. Well, let me not speak too fast. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Yikes. I'm like afraid to break it, guys. I have no idea if this could break or not. Truthfully, like I said, this is the first time I've used this, so oh my gosh, I hope it works. Now, I can tell the difference in quality, of course, between this mold and the IOD brand, because IOD molds are very nicely manufactured, and they're consistent. Their thickness even is and they're not as flimsy as this. But guys, oh my gosh. Ooh. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Look at this, guys. This is beautiful. I'm in love. Look at this dragonfly, y'all. And that was utilizing the resin. Listen, I can tell you right now that I'm loving the resin just because of the nice crisp finish that it leaves in comparison to clay. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to use clay ever again, but y'all, look at this. Look at the finish on that. Crisp and clean and clear. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Okay, let's go to the next one. And I think you could still, because it's only been up less than 24 hours, I could probably still kind of mold it and then glue it onto something. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to glue it on right now. So most probably I'm going to end up just making an ornament out of this, y'all, and selling it in my craft booth in the holiday season, just because I don't really have a box or anything to add it to. But imagine this, sticking this on a box, like a decorative wood box. You could put your trinkets in there, whatever, a memory box, guys, a memory box for a loved one that you've lost. How about putting these on a memory wooden box? How beautiful would that be, y'all? Just an idea. All right, let's move on to the owl. So excited. Now, I did notice, though, that these, it takes up a lot of resin, so it takes up a lot of material. So that is also something to take into consideration with these molds. A lot of them do take up more material. And as y'all know, everything in this today and age is pretty expensive. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Guys, look at this owl. That is not gorgeous. I don't know what is. Wow. So here's a little thing. I noticed that a couple little bubbles, and that happens sometimes, from my understanding, is when you don't really mix it super well. Y'all, I was not prepared. Like I said, I'm at Mike's house. I don't have my craft room here. I don't have little, see-through cups that I can see what I'm doing and mixing them really well. I only had a big tall cup, and I did the best I possibly could. But if you ever get these little bubbles, though, it's okay, because we're gonna paint it, so you're not really gonna see it. But guys, look at this. How amazing is this owl? Oh my gosh. Wait till we paint it, y'all. All right, here we go. Let's go to les clichés, or les cloches. Excusez-moi, madame. All right, here we go. This one is actually almost falling out, so We're gonna do this carefully, Joanne, carefully, carefully. There we go. Ooh, look at this, y'all. How beautiful is that? Oh my gosh. And guys, the intricate detail, we're gonna be able to see it once we paint it, because we're gonna go ahead and paint these, and we're gonna use some finishing waxes also after that. Now, if you can see here, you see how here it turned a little bit white already because it kind of popped up on the edge there? Look at that. Look at that. Look how easily that comes out. Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, so here, mistake number one. Look at this. See, this is, y'all, this is what I'm saying. We are all learning here together. So, note to self, this happened to me for rushing last night, right? And look what happened. I didn't put enough resin on this corner. Y'all see that? But here's the good news, ready? Like I tell my 15-year-old kid, when he says he messes up on an art project, I said, no, we don't mess up ever. So, I'm not gonna throw this away, guys. This costs money. What I am gonna do, and I don't have obviously the materials here, but I'm gonna get creative and think outside the box. So wherever I'm gonna utilize to put this beautiful cloche, I'm gonna go ahead and create a little bird to hang right on side in this corner. That way I don't have to get rid of this beautiful piece and I can still use it, y'all. So we always have to find a solution in our crafts. You know, we're not gonna just toss things when they don't come out perfect, y'all. At the end of the day, nothing is perfect other than our Lord and Savior. Amen to that. All right, here we go. The last one that I made for y'all, and I only made one because I wanted just to check it out before. And you know what I love about this particular mold, y'all, is that it's actually a dual, you can position it like back and front. I wish I would have done it, but I didn't, so I can show you guys. But the way it's designed, you can actually take the mold and then the backside will also stick together. So basically you can create ornaments, anything like that. So cute. Here we go. I actually love roosters. I've loved roosters for years. I love farmhouse decor. I know it's a little bit outdated, but I don't really care. I love it. I used to love Indian. You know, my theme for years was Indian furniture, y'all, and an Indian theme and I still have a lot of my Indian furniture. But sometimes you just want a little bit brighter stuff, and change it up a little bit. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, trying to brighten things up a little bit. All right, here we go. See how it starts turning white when you release it from the mold. Oops, 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 oops. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh. Guys, look at this. How beautiful is this? Oh my gosh. So what I was explaining to you is that if I would have made the other mold, it would have created the twin mold that would have faced the back, and so it would have been more three-dimensional, and I would have been able to even make an ornament out of it, guys. How beautiful is this? I just can't wait to paint it and show you guys, because the exciting thing about all these molds, and I don't know if you can really see it here, but you see how the intricate details, guys, all that is going to pop up when we use a wax after we paint it. So here we go. I did, actually this mold had other little pieces here, and I had I had a little bit of extra resin in there. So I was like, okay, let me just do this, see how that comes out. Oh, it's a little bit harder. Oh, here we go, look, how cute is that? Super, super cute. Now I will tell you this, it is fun to play with the resin. Is it easy? It's not easy, guys, because you have to really keep your eyes quite peeled to be able to pay attention to what you're doing when you're pouring it, because you don't want to over pour and see, in this particular case, I over poured on this one, and now I don't know if I'm going to have, you know, a slick, like a perfect background. Obviously, I'm able to sand it down a little bit, worst case scenario, but how cute is that? Yo, these are so cute. You can put these on containers. Let's just say you thrift like canisters. You can add these beautiful pieces to canisters, to wood boxes, to all kinds of ideas, y'all. And so there we go. I just removed I'm gonna have to wash these later. I'm not gonna wash it right now, but wash them. and then start all over again. All right, I'm gonna put you on hold for a second because I just realized I had something in the oven that I was making, that viral, I don't know if y'all have seen it, the viral onions with cheese. And I said to Michael, I have to make it, so hold please. Okay guys, oh my gosh, I cannot believe, I almost burned them. Look at this. So I don't know if you guys have seen, this is completely off the subject, y'all, but let me tell you, I made it yesterday and it was amazing. So all it is you take a little tray in the oven, you put parchment paper, you spray it down a little bit with non-grease, whatever, spray, Pam spray, whatever. And then you add cheese, any kind of cheese. And I went ahead and I added like a mozzarella and some pepper jack cheese that he had there. And then on top of that, you add onions, very thinly cut onions, y'all. So here's the taste test of, this is a new cheese that I used today. So let's see. You hear that? Oh my gosh. Y'all need to try this. That is good. Low carb, high protein. So good. Oh my gosh. This is that crunch, y'all. All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to chew in your ear, but I had to share with you guys because this is so good. I needed a little snack. Okay. So good. Focus, Joanne. Focus. No, but seriously, if you want a little snack, super easy to do. All right. Now, we need to decide what color we're going to paint this. Again, I didn't bring my entire craft room over here, y'all. I have to work with what I got. I brought my chalk mineral paint from Dixie Belle. This one is called Drop Cloth. It's a really cool color. It's like a beigey natural tone. And I brought glasses. My fusion paint. This is Paisley. And this one is Inglenook. I don't know which ones I'm going to use, but I don't know. What do you guys think? My gosh, I'm like in love with this. I don't even know what color to paint this guy. Should we do this like this Inglenook? That's a little tight for me. All right. Let's just change plans right here. Couldn't open it. All right, here we go. We're just gonna go ahead and use the drop cloth, y'all. And then, actually, you know what? I'm gonna paint the owl first. Guys, look how beautiful. This is incredible. Like, I can't believe how perfect this comes out. Let's see. I'm gonna move up my camera now so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm gonna have to let this dry a little bit because I will not be able to add the wax yet, but I'm gonna move my camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then once it dries, I have my finishing wax from, this is from Jolie. I have it in white and I have one in black, which I'm probably gonna end up using the black one for this because I am gonna use it for Halloween before. So hold please as I change my camera angle. All right, guys, we are almost done with this project. Honestly, it's been something that, like I said, I didn't really have a plan in place. This is literally like my second time in actuality of using the resin product and trying to create with it. So right now I went ahead, as you know, and I painted these. I painted this one with the fusion paint, the Inglenook. That one's really cool. I love the way this came out. And then I painted these. This one was with the IOD drop cloth. I'm sorry, not IOD, Dixie Belle chalk mineral paint in the color drop cloth. I love this color. And I also did that with this one, with the owl. Now, I was actually considering painting this owl in black and then doing maybe like a whitewash on it to pop a little bit more. So I think I'm gonna do that now just because I'm not really loving that tone of it. So we're gonna do that now and see how that goes. But I wanted to share an idea with you guys. So this is an item that I've used a lot. I actually finished up one of the bottles of the antique gold. This is Rub and Buff. This is a phenomenal product because it goes on, and what it does is every piece on here that's like elevated, it'll highlight the elevation, and you can, you know, do it in gold colors. It'll make it more vintagey, or there's even a silver. I have yet to use the silver one. So today I'm gonna use a little bit of this and see how it goes with this. I'm gonna use the gold leaf one and see how that goes. So yeah, guys, it's just a matter of playing around with it, you know, the ideas, you know, and there's days like today, y'all, where it's raining outside and I'm beat. You know, you kind of have to search your creativity at this point, you know, but that's okay, because here we are trying to find the creativity. So I'm gonna pour some in. Oopsie, I don't know why this, it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be a little bit harder. I don't know why the consistency of it is so like light. That is so weird. See, now you're supposed to do this technically with your fingers. See if you guys can see that. Typically this is thicker, but for some reason, I just got those. I ordered those on Amazon and they came in a little bit softer. I don't know. It's not really the consistency it's supposed to have, but see, it's not really. All right, I'm gonna have to take off my glove for this. I'm not loving this. This is not good. That's the consistency it's supposed to have. I was getting worried there because I just literally got this. See this thicker one? That's the consistency it's supposed to have. I guess from just sitting there. All right, so this is the Rub and Buff, the golden leaf, and now this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pass it along here because even though the Inglenook color is pretty, I don't know, I wanted to have a little bit more pop, this piece. See how it does that, guys? I love it. Check it out. And that's what the Rub and Buff does, guys. It just, whatever you have that's a piece that's like elevated, like three-dimensional kind of, you just pass the Rub and Buff on it, and look at that. It just makes it come to life. Oh, I love that. Isn't that pretty, y'all? Look how pretty. Love, love, love it. Wow, very nice. Very, very nice. Love it. Oh my gosh, look at the difference, guys. Isn't that pretty? I love it. And then you can see how it just changes the color a little bit. Oh my gosh, that just changed the whole vibe on this thing. Now I do have to paint the back of it if I'm not gonna glue it onto something. So if I want to make it into an ornament, I have to paint the back of it, because if it flips over, you see, I never finished. Now let me see if I can just, no, I'm gonna still have to paint it because I don't think this is gonna stick to it. Yeah. I'm not trying to cut corners here, but for time's sake, as far as like recording and making this, I did not paint the back of it just because, you know, I didn't want to take up all y'all's time in painting something when you guys know how to paint. So yeah, I'm just putting this on here right now. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it like that on the back, to be honest. because if I'm gonna sell this, I want it to look a little bit better. But I actually may gift this away to a friend of mine, actually. So let's see. But I wanted you guys to see it, you know, what this rub and buff does. It's an amazing item. I actually love it, as long as the consistency's right on it. You do the little antennas here. Guys, I'm in love with this mold. As I shared with you early on when I was first making it, it's just a beautiful mold, and look how intricate it is for the dragonfly. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. These make great little gifts, guys. And I will be selling these on my Etsy shop here soon. Not just yet, but soon. And these make great gifts, you know, personalized gifts. Like I told you all, you can, you know, you can use them literally as memory pieces for somebody who passed. You know, like I shared with y'all before, that dragonflies are very, they're just magical, guys. They're just magical. Like I shared with you, when my friend Jimmy passed away, there was oh my gosh, a plethora of them outside the hospital once he passed. So this means a lot to me, the dragonflies. It's very representative of the spirit realm, and it reminds me just of my friend Jimmy. So yeah, that's that. Isn't that pretty? Gosh, I'm in love with that. That is so stinking beautiful. I love it. All right, I'm gonna set this aside and let that dry a little bit. My hands are a hot mess. You can't really use gloves when you use the rub and buff. Actually, you know what? Now that I have this out, let me go ahead. Now watch this, guys. I mean, look how amazing this product is. So here on this cloche, it has an elevated area, right? Wait for it, wait for it. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Can go side to side on here. Look at this, guys. Look how that just brings it back to life. Oh my gosh. Obsessed. Obsessed. Wow, look at that. Isn't that cool? I love it. And like I said, these cloches, a lot of people do different things with them. I'm just now exploring with them. I do want to make them more personable, like customizable stuff with like photos inside the cloche actually. But we're not there yet. I'm still kind of studying that whole concept of crafting. So I'll bring that to you guys whenever I figure out how to do it. Guys, look how beautiful what I just turned this into. So here what's really cool about this also, guys, on this cloche, I can actually take a transfer from IOD and even transfer it on here. You know, we can do that as well. You know, see what that looks like. Okay, so here I might have put too much here, but that's okay. Like I've shared before, you can't really mess up art. You just can't mess it up. You really can't. You have to look for the beauty in everything that you create. Isn't that pretty, guys? See that? We just transformed this beigey tone, beautiful cloche into a nice vintage vibe cloche. I love it. Love, 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 love. This stuff does smell pretty strong also, but it's not as bad as the resin, y'all. It's not, I don't wear a mask or anything to play with this, so. How cute is this, guys? Again, I can make it into an ornament. Oh, look at this, the top just fell off. Because when I set it to dry, I didn't let it dry the right way. So it has like a little twisty top on the top. But that's okay. Nobody knows the difference. Just put the little bit of gold on there. It's fine. I could actually sand that down even if I wanted to. I'll probably do that once it dries. So yeah, that's that. And then just to show you guys, let me see. Sorry about that. So this is what I mean. These are the Iron Orchid Design transfers. And so if I really wanted to, I can actually take a transfer like this one and even put it on here. I'm not going to do that now, but probably in future projects, I will do that. Even something as beautiful as these little roses, you know, I can add it on there. And it'll just give it a beautiful, beautiful pop to this piece. Right? I cannot wait to use this, guys. I haven't used a lot of it. I've only used a couple pieces. But look at this. Look how beautiful the deer is. Oh my gosh. That would be so beautiful on here, actually. Let me see. I don't want to separate it because I don't want to hurt the piece. But you know, I think it would look nicer on the transparency, and maybe transferring it on behind it. Who knows? Let's see. I'm gonna get creative on that, but let's move on. I wanted to share that with you guys as an idea. Actually, I forgot I had the rooster that we had done. And this one, I'm going to use a different technique. Although I think it's going to look really pretty with the gold, the rub and buff. Let's try something different, guys. I want to try a little bit of chalk paint. We're going to go ahead and use the Waverly ink, the color ink, actually. And I'm just going to pour a little bit. I don't want to use too much of it because we're going to dry brush this, guys. And if you've never done dry brushing, it's a kind of unique little way of adding texture to any piece. I don't do a lot of it, but like I said, you know, I'm starting to do a lot more of it. Now let me just see with what brush, because I have many. Let's see. Let me see how this, again guys, I'm doing this for the first time with y'all. I don't do a whole lot of dry brushing, but you know, let's just do it together. See, now that was too much paint on the brush. See, dry brushing is just gonna pick up the design, essentially. You see that? See how cool that is? You know, you want to have as minimal paint as possible on the brush. Look at that, guys. It just made it come to life. How cool is that? Please excuse my dog barking in the background. She's out there barking at I don't know who or what, but that's one of my dogs. I have two dogs, and that's my big dog. We rescued her. She's a chocolate lab, and she's absolutely beautiful, but she can be a little loud at times. Okay, so you saw that, guys? That's pretty neat. Now, again, this is just like a simple way of doing this, guys. I could have taken the time to, you know, perhaps do like the antiquing wax. I could even take a brush and paint the different colors on the wings. I mean, I don't have time for that right now, so I just want to kind of just show you guys, you know, different ideas of what you can do, different techniques. So I'm going to leave the rooster there, although I'm not like 100% in love with that. And by the way, we just did the dry brushing with the black, right? Well, we can actually come in now that we did the dry brushing and take the golden rub and buff. Look at this. Look at that, guys. See that? So what did I just do? I just transformed it into something a little bit more elegant. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, I think it's beautiful. How cool is this, guys? I love this rub and buff. It's a little hard on the fingers because it gets stuck on there and you have to wash really hard your hand because it does get stuck, but I love it. I love the way this gives it like this texture and dimension of the piece. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. See, the black was cool because they made it a little bit more antique-ish, but y'all, look at the gold on that. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. So pretty. Love it. All right, so as I had mentioned, I'm not really loving this color that I painted this in, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and just paint. I'm gonna paint him in black, or maybe I'll just dry brush him. I don't even know what to do, because the vision that I had for it originally was not what I want now, which is more like a black tone to it. Because like I said, I was gonna use this for Halloween decor. Let's see. What do you guys think? That's getting there. A little bit more dimension on that. Oopsie. See what happens when you put too much paint? Y'all just saw that. No bueno. But at this point, guys, we're not looking for perfection. We're just looking to give this some dimension and make it look antique-ish and old. And scary and moody. Should be wearing my gloves, but I'm not. Thanks. Leave in the comments, guys, have you ever used any resin or IOD molds or IOD transfers? I want to know. Do you have any tips for me as far as, you know, doing something different with this? You know, what would you guys use it for? What would you use these beautiful molds for? I want to know. Tell me in the comments if you've used them before, the IOD ones, and what have you used them on? I want to know. Okay, so here, as you can see, I went a little bit heavier on the paint. Oh, he's starting to be a little bit more moody now. I think that's so cool, guys. I can even put a little bit of glitter in his eyes or something if I wanted it to pop, right? I think that'd be cool. What do you guys think? Oopsie. A lot of people say, oh my gosh, Joanne, you know, sometimes you take so long with a project. I'm like, yeah. You know, it's all about creativity. And if I don't have it that day, guys, I just take a break and move on to something else, because the creativity has to be there, right? Especially when designing like a nice wreath. If that day I'm not that creative, I ain't touching it. I am not touching it. All right, that's pretty cool. So let's do this. Let's use the silver one. I've never used the silver one, but I think before I do that, I'm gonna add a little more black on here. I didn't want to make this video very long for you guys, but it has turned out to be a little bit long. You guys can definitely fast forward to the end, but I wanted to make sure I covered a lot of little details and explain it to you guys. So you guys, when you guys get involved in doing this, you know what to do. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab the Rub and Buff in the Silver Leaf. Never used this color before. It's a little watered down like the other one, because when I wanted to open it, it just spilled all over me. I don't know why it's doing that. It's not supposed to do that. See, that's the consistency it's supposed to have. I'm just making a hot mess today, y'all. Hot mess. I love it. A hot mess with paint. Doesn't get better than that. Oh boy, here we go. Moment of truth. I've never used the Rub and Buff in silver. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm nervous. Ooh, wow. OMG, look at this, guys. Yizers, I love it. Did you see that? Did you see how it just changed the whole look of that, y'all? Oh my goodness. Wow. Love it. Oh my goodness, I love it, guys. This is so unique. I love it. Oh my gosh. I have to be careful here and blend this really well. Now, if you do mess up a little bit, you can always add a little bit of water. Carefully, not too much. Too much water. Jeez. You guys get the idea. You see that look? I love it. That is so neat, guys, what it was doing to it with the silver. Love it. You know, I love both the silver and the gold. I think that's really pretty. Very, very pretty.
think they make these in other colors, but how cool would it be, guys, if this had like a mossy green, you know? That would be really neat. That would be awesome. Wow, look at this. This is incredible. I'm in love, guys. I love this. Wow. And see, now here, there's still a little bit of beige in there of the paint. So maybe I'm going to go in here with another little brush. Kind of paint that a little bit more. Now that I like the way the silver looks in here, just kind of get rid of the beige from the other color I had given it before. This is so magical, guys. I love it. Love it. By the way, I picked these up at the Dollar Tree. They're like makeup brushes, and they're great for projects like this. FYI. Cover this beige up a little bit more also. See, when I first painted it with the Dixie Belle drop cloth, you know, that's all I really had on hand initially. But now that I'm back in my studio, then I can, you know, obviously grab other items, other colors and stuff like that to play with. So, all right, here we go. So now we're gonna put a little bit of silver on that. Look at that. Look how it just accents. Oh my gosh. Guys, look at this. How amazing is this? Love it. Gosh, I'm in love with this. I am in love with this, guys. Wow. You can get so creative with using this item, this product, I mean. Wow. This looks amazing. Wow, wow, wow. And the good thing is, like, you know, obviously it focuses on the elevated parts, right, of the piece. That's why I love using this product, because it highlights everything that's, you know, that has height on the piece. You can do it obviously on the base, but it's just a different vibe, y'all. Different vibe. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, well, tell me what you think. I don't really know yet what I'm gonna do with this piece. I know I'm gonna use it on something. I just don't know yet. Probably, you know what I should do for you guys? A Halloween project of a book. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll use this piece on a book. That'd be really cool. What do you guys think?